Hi friends, welcome to Activity Time with Carrie. For those that don't know me, I am the Camp and Recreation Director here at the Siegel JCC. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bear with me, it's my first live, so we're in this together. As I'm sure you all are uncertain what to do to pass the time at home during this unexpected time. So I've been scrolling Pinterest and different camp Facebook groups, and this kind of has resurfaced as a chalk mural, but due to the weather today, we have to improvise. So I found this DIY washable window paint recipe on Pinterest. It was aprons and apples, so shout out to whoever does that blog. And it's really simple. So you just need some tempera paint, a vessel for your paint, and they recommend Dawn soap, but I'm sure any dishwashing soap will do. And the recommended ratio is about half and half. I tested it out already on the window and it's pretty thin, so I'm not gonna do as much dish soap this time around. And there's also another recipe out there that calls for flour, which just all-purpose flour makes your paint a little bit thicker, so it'll be a little darker on your windows. All right, and I'll stir this up real quick.
Hi Beth Ann, hi Stacy. Thanks for watching.
All right, this is like when you need one of those like tasty videos to like speed up this part. I'll go as fast as I can. So you just mix this up like so, and this is the consistency that it is right now. Like I said, the ones I mixed up are way thinner than that, but we're gonna try that out. So the other thing you need is obviously some sort of tape. I recommend painter's tape, so you're not dealing with Scotch tape and you know, X-Acto knifing that off your windows. This will come off nice and easy after your paint has dried. So as you can see, I've already taped out some letters in Mosaic pattern. It says camp. The P kind of reminds me of like one of those sock puppets. Do you see it? So I'm just gonna do J, Camp J, instead of Camp JCC. And you can see how like it's a little time consuming.
We got a hi from Eric DeMayo.
Hi Eric.
And a hi from Dana Warwick.
Hi Dana. So I've just been eyeballing this. Like I'll rip off a little extra and then I'll just top it up there. It's not gonna be perfect. And that's okay. That's all right. In the camp world, we just roll with it. You just keep going. Things are unexpected.
For anyone just joining, we're live here in Wilmington, Delaware at the Siegel JCC with our Camp and Rec Director, Carrie Key, who is taking us through a window painting mosaic for just, Camp J.
Inspiration to keep you going through this time. So, you know, curves are a little tricky. As you can see, the sock puppet P, not so ideal. So I do have some sharp angles here, but we get the gist. This J is not looking to be so awesome. But that's the beauty of art, right? Like we make it personal, we feel good about it, and we keep going. All right. So that's going to be my J. We'll come back and fill in the mosaics. What I've done is I've just taken this kind of width and I've just torn it in half to create thinner pieces for the mosaics. As you can see, I improvised because I did not start off doing it that way. I did use whole pieces down here. So, like I said, this paint is a little thinner.
And can you give us a quick reminder on what you used to make this paint?
So it's just tempera paint. I believe that this is probably from the dollar store. I also borrowed some from the ECC closet, and they had, I think it was called Colorations, Crayola, tempera paint, anything like that. You want it to be washable, friends. Don't use acrylic. Don't send me any messages saying, I just put paint on my windows and I can't get it off. So the key word's washable, so you can wash this off. And then also the Dawn just makes it easier to wash off. they say soap and water will take it, not soap and water, warm water and a rag will take it off. Soap is already in there. Dawn soap, stir it up, and you can really use whatever, I have a few different types of paintbrushes here. I doubt the tiny ones are going to be needed here. So far I've liked the foam brush the best.
Cool. Also, shout out from the stalls. They're going to try this at home too.
Okay, let me know how it goes, Beck. All right, so this might be a little awkward. We're underneath of this overhang here. And if it was sunnier, I think this would be prettier immediately. But, so just go ahead and smear it on. Just smear it. As you can see, it's thin. So as it dries, you can come back and do a second coat. Or you can just do this activity one, wait for it to dry, peel it off, and enjoy. So, friends, I have to say that I am still very much looking forward to summer camp. I'm in the camp of we are going to move forward. We are going to have summer camp. And I can't wait to see all my camp friends. If I was a singer, I would, entertain y'all, but you don't want to hear this voice. You may have already tuned in on some of the YouTube channels and heard my squeaky voice.
I've been singing along to you all weekend.
I think that Matt logged on to YouTube earlier today, because I still talk to my camp team, and Matt, who's the assistant camp director, logged into YouTube, and a Little Red Wagon, he started to play. My voice is on that one. So really, I think I have 6 colors I chose, but you could really just do, the primary colors. Oh shoot, it's washable, it's okay folks, it's okay. So this, the green is real thin, so you definitely want to just get that consistency a little thicker. But you could just do primary colors and then mix to create different colors. And that's a little bit of science too.
Miss Dana says this is going to be so beautiful.
Oh, thanks, Miss Dana. I've seen some people on Facebook in other areas, their teachers are jumping in their cars and driving around with poster boards to say hi to their friends. So, maybe if you have a friend that doesn't mind some window paint on their car, you could maybe, with your parents' permission, see if it's okay to go paint a message on a friend's car window. Make them smile. Only with previous permission, though, okay? Can't stress that enough.
And washable paints.
Washable paints. No acrylic paint. Anybody else have any questions? Any topic of conversation? I did watch Toy Story 4 for the first time. It was really good. I liked it. I'm behind the times. Aiden was, 12 when that came out. He was too cool for that movie by then.
Is that on Disney Plus?
It is on Disney Plus.
Excellent.
And then we watched Incredibles 2 yesterday.
Carrie, I think you promised jokes.
Oh, did I? Oh,
maybe just to me.
Yes, I promised jokes for okay, so I can talk about that. That's a good one, Anna. So what I would like to do this summer is institute a camp joke of the day with the camp director. And my thought is to open that up to the campers to pre-submit their joke of the day. And I can just pull from the box and read 2 to 3 in the morning, maybe 1, depending on how many I get. And of course, they need to be dad joke appropriate, right? Dad jokes are the best jokes. And so there's one, if I can remember correctly, I started to tell a joke about pie, but it went on forever. Does anybody get it? Pi 3.14. That's all I know. I don't know the rest of the numbers, but pi, the mathematical number, not pie a slice of pie you eat. See, that's the level I'm looking for there.
We got another joke on here.
Oh, okay.
What did the baby corn say to the mama corn?
What?
Where's the popcorn?
Aww. Aw, where is the popcorn? How many viewers have I lost?
Ann Hara said she gets your joke.
Thank you, Ann.
Also,
right.
there was a question of favorite quarantine snack.
Oh, well, I'm a huge salty person. So I can't remember the brand. It's a pretzel thin, honey mustard and onion. Mm-hmm. Breath is not so pleasant afterwards, but I've been known to eat half a bag in one sitting. Oops. And we've also recently done some ice cream sundaes. Smushed up some Reese cups and some chocolate sauce. Obviously over chocolate ice cream because you can never have too much chocolate. So as you can see, some of these are really thin. So if I were to do this again, then I would maybe try the flour method or just a lot less soap.
Cool.
But you live and you learn. I think the green is pretty.
Dana's favorite quarantine snack is the Chipwich.
Ooh, Chipwich. I am making a hot mess over here, y'all. We're really going to be able to test out how washable this is after this video is over. I got some cleaning up to do. Well, the red turned out good, I think.
Dana said she feels like she's watching Bob Ross.
Oh
She's
my
finding
gosh.
this really calming.
Matt shared a video with me today on our call that was, I can't remember the technique, but they used, it's like a ball chain. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes keychains are on this. I don't know, I want to say like ball chains were big in the 90s, which means they're probably back in style right now and I just don't know it. But she painted a canvas with white paint. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Matt told me it was titanium white, which I had never heard of before. And she painted that whole thing, and then she took just lines of paint, put the ball chain in the line of paint, and then made this design, and then pulled the chain. It was so awesome to watch. It's like if you like the tasty videos, or like watching Bob Ross paint, then I feel like you would like that. So Dana, check it out.
Another joke from our fans.
Oh, let me hear.
What's Forrest Gump's password?
Box of chocolates.
One, Forrest, one.
Oh, yes. This is the exact level I'm looking at, or looking for. And, I think the campers are going to enjoy it.
That did come from one of our ECC dads, Matt Greenberg.
Hi, Matt. I think that that the joke of the day could be, some campers' favorite times. I want to say I remember we did it one week with when Silly Joe was still here, and shout out to Layla Cutts. This was her joke. She said, "How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it." You get it? So she was a rock star on stage. She loved being on stage. Always had her hairbrush in her hand like a microphone. I wonder if she still does. Layla, you on here? Bethany, you on here? All right, so you guys get the gist of this? Mm-hmm. I'll just quick jump over to the J and just show you there's really no rhyme or reason to how you mosaic your letters. And my inspiration for this, originally I hadn't seen letters done before. It was just a square or a triangle, and then people just put through pieces of painter's tape to make the abstract designs. So, right, it's going to look like stained glass, hopefully. Mm-hmm. And so, no rhyme or reason. You just want to make sure that they're touching. You don't want them to be floating. Like that might be a little bit odd when you go to pull it off. And the reason you use painter's tape is because it peels off that easily. So And you can do as, big or as small blocks as you want. There you go. Any final questions or thoughts from my fan base? All right, friends. Well, this, like I said, was my first live. I really appreciate you hanging in there with me. Feel free to keep those jokes coming. I already have a folder started. One of my friends from Michigan, her husband is like a huge dad joke fan, and we were on Google Hangouts last night chatting, and he already gave me a couple of them. I don't remember them, and frankly, I didn't understand them, so I don't know that I'll use them this summer, but I already have a folder started, so keep them coming.
Thanks for the inspiration, Carrie.
Thanks, friends. Enjoy the rest of your day.